Hi everybody, it's Dara, and I'm making dinner. I just made my farmer's market finds video, met the farmers, came home, I explained my farmer's market finds, and now I feel like actually making the dinner I was talking about, using the Mizuna lettuce, which is washing, some apples, which are washing, they're soaking in the sink, and I'm going to make something interesting. And so who's in the mood for a video, a long video? I am. So stay with me if you want. If not, you can cut this up into portions if it's too long, but this is it in real time. So I have the most gorgeous food here. I have lemons and oranges and avocados and nettle. And the nettle I need to put on a glove. Hold on. Okay, so nettle grows in the wild. It is season, it's the rainy season up north, and our friend Dawn at Florabella Farms handles this without gloves. She's very plant oriented and gorgeous. But we have, oh, and I have radishes too. I love radishes, they're so good for us. The nettle really is one of the most winning things. I mean, there's so many winning things we can add to our diets, which is why I said in the last farmer's market finds video that with just so much time and just so much room, everything we put in needs to be nutrient dense. There's so many amazing things we can put in. We need to add vitamin C each day. Our skin needs it. Our body doesn't produce it on our own, so we've got to add this blood orange. Look at that. I just ate one. I had an apple and an orange, and then all of a sudden I got all this energy to make a video. So I was just going to call it a day, but nope. The fruit gave me some energy. So I have these nettles here, and I'm just going to cut off a bunch of them, and I'm going to take this much and put it in with the Mizuna that is soaking, and I will chop that up all together. So we will set the nettle aside. You can see all the seeds are falling. It's just such a gorgeous, vibrant plant that helps improve circulation. If someone you know has an enlarged prostate, this helps. It's good for digestion. It's good for nerves and anxiety. You can have a nettle tea at home. You can buy a dried nettle and make a tea every day. I do that, and every day I have to tell you that I do use an oat straw tea or a horsetail tea. I just made a video on More with Dara on how to combat anxiety. Not combat it, but how to relax ourselves when we're feeling anxious. And oat straw tea is one of those things, along with it being an incredible beauty secret because it improves our nails, our teeth, our hair. So we have that, we have chard, but I'm going to put that aside. And this is beautiful. I guess I should make the dressing. That's what's up next. So dressings are basically, I make all my dressings from scratch. I do not like to buy store-bought ones. I like to know what oil, and I use the very best. I like to have the best oil, the best freshest citrus. I mean, if I use this and this for my dressing, and I cut it and I squeeze it, the vitamin C is right there. After a while it will oxidize, so I'm getting the most amount of vitamin C by making my dressing at home. So you need a citrus for brightness, you need a fat, we need some flavor, we need, you could put in a little garlic, some salt, and a sweet to balance it out. So sweet could be honey, coconut nectar, blend in a date, use coconut sugar. Now, all of those things can help. We'll move the roses, they're so pretty, and we'll bring in the Vitamix. Now, you can use a NutriBullet 900, they're small, they're less expensive. You can use a Blendtec, it doesn't matter. Just a high performance one that will whip up the date, because I feel like using whole foods. Honey is great, but if you're vegan, honey is not vegan. Coconut nectar is nice, but I find it to be sticky. And date, if you're blending, you can't mash up a date in a salad dressing, but you can blend it. So I'm going to use that. I'm I'm going to take the opportunity to like eat a date. I'm gonna eat one. Every time I open the dates, I just have to have a little bit. Dates are a totally decadent, delicious, sensual food. And a little bit goes such a long way. These medjool dates are like, you can get them from 7hotdates.com. Okay, I'm gonna put in a little bit of dates, and if I make this dressing and I make too much and I don't use it tonight, it will last 3 to 5 days. So I have a couple of dates. I didn't think I was gonna make a mess, but everything was so clean. But when I saw the citrus and I saw this food, every time I go to the farmer's market, I get inspired. It's just the way that it is. It's almost impossible for me to procure some of this produce and not, oh, it's red. It's so beautiful. And not make something vibrant that's gonna just jump off, off the table. You could, if you wanted to, use the fiber, you know, oh my God, that's so funny. And you could peel the orange and throw the whole thing in. The pith, the white part, P-I-T-H, well, you know, could make it a little bitter, and seeds could make it a little bitter, but you can offset that. It's not a problem. I lost the other half. I know you feel like you guys can see it and I can't. Oh, here it is. That's funny. So, I should be wearing an apron. Okay. There we go. It's gorgeous. And you can use, as far as the fat goes, so citrus, you can use oranges, lemon, limes. If you don't have fresh in the house, you can go ahead and use apple cider vinegar. That's funny. I got myself. So, apple cider vinegar is a vinegar that we use in raw food preparation. It's non-acidic to the body. It's actually good for my skin that I got it all over me. Apparently I need it. Apple cider vinegar is alkalizing, whereas regular vinegar, like balsamic vinegar, is not alkalizing. A little bit, of course, is fine, but usually I'm not using it. So we have dates. We have the citrus. We have the blood orange, which is, see how red that is and how gorgeous? I'll put in some salt. A couple pinches of salt. Okay, so my fat could be almond butter. Could be tahini, which is ground sesame paste. We want to buy raw and living. By raw, I mean by an organic. We want to have the seeds that have been sprouted and then made into nut butters. I'm going to share with you one of my favorite. Wilderness Family Naturals makes a nut butter that is truly raw, sprouted, and delicious. Here it is. So I could put some of that in there. I think that would be really nice. Give it a little nutty flair. And we have the citrus, we have the sweet, we have the fat, we have the salt. I don't have extra flavoring. I'm going to put some garlic in. Put onion in. Onion's really good for our, it's antibacterial, antimicrobial, and some of these foods, all of this diet does promote libido because we are giving ourselves energy. We're not getting sleepy. But when we use spices, and you know I love cayenne. I'm so excited. I have a habanero. You know how I love that. They have capsaicin, and it's it helps circulate our blood, and it gives us energy, and it boosts our metabolism, and it gets rid of germs, so it's a win-win-win. And it boosts libido, right? Blood circulation. So all of this food does, but onion does, garlic does. We want to eat, you know, this kind of food gives us that kind of energy. And you know, when you are at an ashram, they don't they don't eat spices because spices give us energy. You know, they like give us that kind of libido. And so, an excitement about life, you know. And so if we're meant to be sitting and meditating a lot, this would not be what we were eating. It's so interesting. Let's blend it. Let's see. I'm adding a little bit of olive oil. So if you think about it, just like the monks don't eat spicy food and their food is cooked and kind of bland, keeps them calm, or if you're going to run a marathon, you might want to eat a lot of fruit and carbohydrates. Like you can manipulate how you feel. If you need to feel more grounded, you can eat a steamed potato, you know, some carrots, some beets, some grounding food. If you need to feel uplifted and happier, fruits, things you could pick off the tree. I feel like it's going to need some more salt, and I am going to add, I have nettles right here, I'm going to add them in. It's going to be a nettle dressing, and I have some in the salad. It's going to be chopped up. I wonder if I should make a nettle dressing. Let's see. Scared to touch it. I'm not like Dawn. It hurts. It only hurts for like an hour. I kind of want to make a nettle leaf dressing. It's interesting to me because I've made a soup, I've made a pesto, and now I want to make a dressing. And it might require that I add in some more things to liquefy and to give it flavor, but let's see how we go. Like it could be a dip. The only difference between a dip and a sauce is that a dip is thicker. The only difference between a sauce and a dressing is that a sauce is thicker, right? Ooh, it's green and gorgeous. And no, it will not sting my tongue because, a little gold spoon, because once we blend it, it breaks down. Wow. All that needs right now is a little bit of water to liquefy it, but the flavor is stunning. Like a touch, maybe I'll add lemon. I'm gonna add lemon. I could just eat that with a spoon, that's how good it is. So, the perfect kick, I just used a quarter of a habanero. Lemon will give it a little more brightness. It's gorgeous. I'm very pleased, very happy that I decided to turn on the camera or leave the camera on and not start cleaning. And sharing is caring. I was talking with Honor, my friend who came over today, who tried the chocolates and bread, and was just so adorable and excited and happy and sweetest thing. She said mine were the best raw chocolates she's had, like ever, hands down. That made me very happy. I love serving food across the counter. I love having a loved one sit there and I can just go, here you go, here's some fresh almond milk and some chocolates and some bread with cream cheese. Anyway, we were talking about, you know, things that she likes to do. I said, look, I've been through my 20s and my 30s, and I know what it's like to know you like a lot of different things. How do you hone in? And this could happen at any age, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. How do you know, 80, how do you know, or in your teens, how do you know what it is the thing you're supposed to do? If you have 3 great ideas, right? I did painting. I used to be a muralist. I did trompe l'oeil. I could paint old-fashioned watercolors on walls. I used to make jewelry, and I love food. So what's the thing you do? I mean, you could be good at all of them. All of them could be a possibility. The thing you do is the thing that gives you energy when you do it. It's the thing that doesn't deplete you. It's the thing you could do all day long into the night, and it doesn't cost an ounce of energy. In fact, like what I do, communicating of things of this nature that are so important, I can do it all day long, and I love it so much. So I'm grateful to have found that, and I love talking with friends who kind of want to figure it out. So it's not only the book that you're reading by the nightstand, it's not only what you're looking up on the internet, it's the thing, go in the direction. Let's say you're reading a book or you're always looking up something on the internet. You volunteer your time, right? You join a club, you offer to make a lunch for somebody. If you want to teach children, then you call a friend who has some children and see if they are interested when you start showing them about healthy food, and feel if it feels exciting, what does it feel like, and the energy will guide us to what we're supposed to be doing. It's just the way that it is. When I graduated culinary, before I went to culinary school, I was certain I would make videos. Somewhere along the line, I thought, oh, I'll do classes. No, it wasn't that successful. People weren't, I never did it because it just, the energy fell flat. And a friend of mine, Richard, said, Dara, let's talk about this a second. Remember you wanted to make videos? And I was like, yeah. And so I did that. And I think that, I know that when we follow our heart, that's when the abundance follows. So we can't go the other way first. We got to think about heart, and we will be rewarded immeasurably.